Hello and welcome back to SirKentSaid.com. I don't know how it is in the rest of the country, but I hope everybody's dealing with this heat better than I am. Thank God for AC. I'm sorry, I can't live without it. You know, being raised poor and just dealing with the all-day sticky ass heat. We don't get humidity here in the Pacific Northwest, but thanks to global warming in the last 5 or 10 years, surprisingly, we've been getting close to 100-degree weather. That shit ain't fun. People die around here. You know, there's a lot of outdoor white folks just losing their shit anything past 80 degrees. It's okay for like a week or two, but after that, they praying for clouds and rain. But enough about that. We are here to talk about Ballerina from the world of John Wick. At a cost of $90 million to make, including $45 million for advertising, which is great because a lot of people don't consider advertising that goes into part of making film and the overall cost and how much you have to make back in order to be considered successful. So a movie this caliber only costing $90 million. We're going to get a sequel because they're going to make their money back and then some. The movie stars Ana de Armas, her and her lovely little A cups. Keanu Reeves reprises his role as the Wickinator. The story revolves around Eve, Anna. And let me address the main concern I've heard from a lot of people. They say that the beginning of the movie starts off slow. It does not. If you recall correctly, the first John Wick started off slow. It's called world building. It's called a story. You have to tell the story first before you get to the good stuff. And that's all it is. As a matter of fact, that first part was a little bit more exciting than John Wick 1 because of how the guy who played the father went out. He went out like a boss. So that part wasn't boring at all or slow. As a matter of fact, being an action fan, and this is an action movie, you could tell the difference in between the director who started this movie and Chad Stahelski coming in and finishing it up, because the way that other directors shot that opening action scene and everything else from an action standpoint is night and day difference for me, because he understands there is no shaky cam in this. First of all, that is one thing I enjoy about directors like him who got their start as stunt people. He used to be Keanu Reeves' stunt double for all the Matrix movies. Talk about full circle. So he knows how to shoot action. He knows that you shoot it at wide angles. He knows the importance of having not just your actors train months in advance for the role, but having capable actors and surrounding them with a good stunt staff. Directors like that get it. I wish we had more of it. It's just like him and 2 or 3 other dudes who know how to shoot action properly. American directors, anyway. So yeah, the beginning of it was not boring, was not slow. It's storytelling. It's world building. We have to have that, people. There were 2 sets, or it was shot in 2 different areas. Well, 3 in Cal, New York, that now are on my must-go see list. The first one is Hallstatt, Austria, and the second one is Prague, Czech Republic. The architecture alone, I want to go see. They dive deeper into the relationship or the origin slightly of the Romanovskov. And I get the impression that they may have been one of the original tribes operating underneath the table. I feel like they're one of the oldest ones there, if not the first. And the other tribe that is the villains of this movie, even the table won't fuck with them. And I'm going to throw spoilers up right about here, okay? Because anybody who goes to fuck with them finds out that this town where they live, and it looks like it's just full of civilians, every single person is part of the Assassin's Guild, right down to the children. They've got an entire town where they are training kids, the adults are, to be assassins. And that's why everybody goes missing and goes looking for them. Because if they are stupid enough to roll into this fucking town, you're fighting the entire town. So, yeah. They must have bust a nut on grenades. Because there's a scene where she just gets a grenade belt and she goes grenade happy. And don't even get me started on the flamethrower scene. I mean, to say she was cooking is an understatement. But I like how they focus on the fact that she will always be smaller, she will always be weaker, and to use her weakness to her advantage. And I think that makes her ability to create during a fight and to improvise a little bit more fascinating than Wick, who's just gunfu. I mean, she was anything she can get her hands on because of her size and her ability, she was using. So that was entertaining to watch. Because of how John Wick went out in 4, I think he has shown the people who work under the table or under the rule of the table that they can rise up against the table and free themselves. And I think with all the origin stories like this one that they have on the books right now, we may see a Marvel Avengers type team up of these assassins going after the table. I think they're heading that direction. I would pay good money to see that. All in all, this was a good movie night out. I went to iPick to go check it out again. On my 1 to 10 rating, I am definitely going to give this a 9. We didn't get any titties, but then again, she's rocking A, so I didn't miss that much. Yeah, I am definitely going to encourage you to go see this on the big screen and support it. And those are my thoughts, and I'll see you on the other side.